Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at the Royal Place. Right on Route 88. It's easy to get here. Took me again 2 times in a row, 12 minutes to get here from my house. Before it was 22 minutes, so I'm glad for the construction. Thanks to everybody for making the time and effort to come here. I know a lot of people struggled more than I did to get here, and it's a lot further. We'll find out from how far away some of our guests came, and then we'll see how close some of our guests are. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. I got my co-host Smokin' Jim Frazier, and our co-host from Tuesday night, Zach Brenner, who got me this. Look at this Pittsburgh Sports.
Nice.
Oh, it doesn't say Pittsburgh Sportsline. There it is. It's pink. I asked for a pink shirt because some of my fans had said, you know, with that tan that you work on that's not sprayed on, a pink shirt might be nice. I said, how about salmon? So Zach come up with this. If you need shirts, this is not one of our $20 polos. He told me this is a golf shirt that the pros wear. So I'm honored. Thanks to Zach Brenner. He'll be on later. We usually have Z time. We'll see what's on his mind then. We do a first segment that's sponsored by one of our guests, Skeets Lewandowski, who's here. He's one of our newest Hall of Famers. He's not coming up yet, but he sponsors What's on Your Mind when me and Smokin' Jim and Zach talk about it when we're on location. Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green,
There you go. It's a
you
brand new
got
one.
to see Levine. Hey, everybody, is Dallas still America's team?
No.
Recently, the Dallas Cowboys just signed Dez Bryant to a $70 million contract. Great football player, a lot of off-the-field issues. So much so that they had to assign a 24/7 security crew to him. He has a 7-day-a-week curfew, and he's not allowed in any strip clubs. How about Greg Hardy? He's a 6'5", 280-pounder. He has a history of domestic violence. He grabbed his girlfriend by the neck, slammed her up against the wall in a room where he had 4 semi-automatic rifles. He's still on the team. How about old school? Nate Newton was caught with 213 pounds of marijuana in his car. The Dallas Cowboys gets him off. 5 weeks later, he gets caught with 175 pounds of marijuana. He's in the Dallas Hall of Fame. The Dallas Cowboys drafted Randy Gregory in the 2015 draft right after he tested positive for marijuana at the NFL Combine. Don't forget, running back Joseph Randle last year was arrested at a shopping mall for stealing a tester bottle of Gucci Guilty black cologne and 2 pair of polo underwear. He's still on the team. Pac-Man Jones, 2006, was busted for cocaine. 2007, at an NBA All-Star weekend, he finds himself at a strip club, makes it rain with $80,000. Then he decided he wants some of that money back. One of the members of his posse ends up shooting a security guard twice. He's still in the league. Last but not least, Joseph Brent, 6'2", 320 pounds. Only thing he did in college was overeat. He flunked out of the University of Illinois. He was late applying for the NFL supplemental draft. He ended up getting drafted by the Dallas Cowboys the night before they played the Cincinnati Bengals. He's driving drunk, flips his car, kills his teammate. That was his second DUI. He remained on the team. Listen, when Jimmy Johnson coached the Dallas Cowboys, he once cut a guy for sleeping in a meeting. These Dallas Cowboys are basically getting away with murder. Dallas is no longer America's team. They're America's nightmare.
That didn't rhyme. After all that, Smokin' Jim, I'm all about positivity. Where did you find this drug report?
I had 2 sources.
Okay. You know we need the third one with you because I caught you the last couple weeks. All right, well, thanks. That's one of our most unusual ones. Why didn't you just say, as they say nowadays, you're just a hater of Dallas? That would have made it so much more simple. I don't even know where to go with what's on my mind now, because I was thinking, how do you get caught once, twice, and be on the old America's team? No, they're not. All right. Getting to something more positive, Smoking Jim, one of your favorite teams that you went on a rampage last week talking about, because one of them was inducted to the Hall of Fame, Sierra Chick Kimbrough, is the Pittsburgh Passion. They're having the championship game for 2 years in a row. I predicted last year they would win. I predicted a repeat, so it's already a done deal. If you can make it down to South Carolina with Smoking Jim's family, because he's not going to make it somehow, and he's the biggest fan of the Pittsburgh Passion. Good luck to Teresa Kahn and all her players. I just want to send out some positive waves and some good there that they win this game, and it's just an easy win and nobody gets hurt. So go Passion. This is your time. Welcome to our show.
Looking forward to it.
Now, we know you're not a big sports fan, so we're not even going to test you on any of the sports. You've been in Pittsburgh. Look at the cookies he brought to show you you don't have to be a sports fan to support Pirates. And my co-hosts would normally get cookies. They don't get cookies. They're melting them with what they're looking at. That isn't right.
This will be a big smash, a sweet smash.
That's what you call it?
Yep.
A sweet smash.
Sweet smash.
You know, they're heavy, too. Man, if you only like the Pirates. Can you talk something nice about Pirates?
Well, we're
okay, no Pirates for you, then. What else do we have here that's a sweet treat?
I know you are a big fan of our cupcakes, so we have chocolate and yellow batter with our raspberry buttercream.
That's one of my favorites.
Little garnishment of almonds, and then our traditional cupcakes. Everybody likes those.
You know we're big fans, and I had told you that I bring some on our show because we celebrated when we had our first 50th show, our first 100th show. We're going to be approaching 200 shows around the end of September. So I'll probably come in and get a couple just
I
wasn't working you for that. You're too nice of a guy. A t-shirt, that's enough. Look at that. And blue's one of my favorite colors, except for pink. Now, we have some special things going on with your bakery. We saw 60 years. Can you tell the folks, there's a nice video that's out that I promoted already. It's actually your 60th anniversary for these 2 months. When is the real birthday of the start of this?
Good question. Our birthday week is September 1st through the 5th.
Okay.
And, of course, it'll be at the shop.
Right.
A lady said to me today, "Oh, thanks for inviting all of us." I said, "Well, it's all of you that made it possible. So please come.
If we don't eat this stuff, you're out of business."
You got it.
Now tell them the deals that you have so they should go there. I don't care where you go or where you live. Come to Bethel Bakery. They're giving stuff away. This lady won a $60 gift card. How did she do it?
Well, she came in the store. After she made her purchase, she put her name in the drawing. We picked her name out, and she said to me, "I see a lot of apricot cups in my future."
Another favorite.
Yeah, I said, "That must be your favorite." She goes, "Problem is, I have a lot of favorites."
Mostly whatever's in front of us is our favorite.
Yeah.
You know, we try not to discriminate against it.
That's the same thing with me. Everybody asks me, well, "What's your favorite?"
Sure, I want to know. That was what I was going to ask. You prepped.
Well, I said anything that just came out of the oven, because how can you refuse anything warm? You know, whether it's a cookie, a loaf of bread, a lemon blueberry muffin, whatever it might be. You know, it's just like,
I'll have to get there early then.
Turn down nothing warm.
No doubt. No, and you're doing some fundraising too. That's one of the reasons I asked for cookies, because I heard there's 3 foundations that you're helping.
Right. The Joey Fabus Foundation, the Bethel Park Community Foundation.
Right.
And the Bethel Park Library.
Right. 3 great.
And we have a delicious strawberry shortbread cookie dipped in chocolate. And that's, whenever you make the purchase of that, proceeds are going to fund those 3 foundations.
That is awesome. We need to get serious on what's
September
happening
1st through the 5th. Every day we'll have unbelievable drawings. So you got to come every day for these drawings. Like anything from Pirate tickets, Steeler tickets, Penguin tickets.
Really?
In fact, the
who said you don't talk sports?
Oh, it's tickets.
That's sports. This is Pittsburgh. You're doing something right with marketing. Let me
Okay.
take a bite of icing. You
Go
keep
ahead.
telling them what's going
Go
on.
ahead. So we have the game tickets. We also have, actually, our grand prize is for Penguin tickets and an overnight stay at the Sheridan Station Square.
Oh, really?
We have also a bunch of overnight stays at different hotels, overnight packages, what they call romance packages. We have also,
Well, you're covering all bases here.
you
Men, women, sports,
then we
sweets for your sweeties.
got to keep everybody happy.
Go to
60
Bethel Bakery. They're online. It's easy to find. They ship all over the country. Let's not even play, right?
Well, the Terrible Towel cookies we do.
That's what I heard.
We're the only ones that's licensed to sell the Terrible Towel cookies in the city. We're licensed through Allegheny Valley
You can
School.
have one of those, but there's no pirate.
Check it out online.
Definitely. See what you're learning here?
Yeah.
And we're covering some sports.
Yeah, we got to get them ready. Well, we're getting them ready because Saturday
Training
is
camp?
training camp. So, anyways,
So you're on the ball. I could have asked you these
I-
questions.
I
Did
know
you
when
prep
it
a little?
impacts our business, we got to get on board.
No, I could understand that. No, the Terrible Towel. I've bought those before. It's a nice cookie, Smoking Jim. You'll like that.
But anyways, we have a myriad of prizes. Anything like gift cards to the bakery, gift cards to restaurants. We have a lot of supporting vendors that have donated all kinds of restaurant gift certificates.
So you can win that each
Yes.
day. Come in.
Yes.
You're forcing us to come in. Do you have to
And
make a
then-
purchase?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I want to
It can be
emphasize
one
that.
cupcake. It can be one cupcake.
All right. Or how about one of these when the Buccos start winning tonight?
There you go.
You can start buying Bucko cookies, and it goes to good cause. And even you could be a winner. Like tomorrow night, before you come to the show, go to Bethel Bakery.
I'll be there.
He's lying again. I hate this. He just sucks up to anybody that's new on our show. Now, this is your first time on our show. We appreciate that. You brought us gifts. Well, for some of us. I'm going to share. Smoking Jim, take one of the yellow batter with the white icing. That's for you.
All right.
I wouldn't limit you from there.
All right.
And Zach, you can come get one too if you want. Do you want one? Because they may be gone. If you're trusting him, just because you're Bucko haters doesn't mean he's going to save you food. These are
Very
delicious.
good. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else we need to promote here with what you're doing? And the week of the 1st, September 1st to the 5th is the birthday
First through
week.
the 5th. It's a birthday week. And up until then, every day, there's a drawing for the $60 gift card at the bakery.
That's every day.
Every day. Yeah, now through August 31st.
That is fantastic.
One of the prizes that a lot of people get excited about putting their entry in is we're going to have giving away cake decorating classes.
No way.
So we've run them in the past. People just love them. One's adult and kids.
Sure.
Or for you and your friend or something
Right.
like that. So
Boy, is that great.
They're cool. They're fun.
John does a lot of things in the community, and I just want to put that out there. You're always helping. You're always doing things. You even travel internationally. I was going to finish my story with the asphalt, and he goes, I'm going to Haiti the next day.
Oh, that's right. It must have been in March.
It was.
Yeah, it was in
It
March.
was. And then I go, oh, nice to see you. And then you go, we'll exchange emails. I sent mine, and then yours was a month or two later. So I realized you were gone. So
Yeah.
I thank you for connecting back then.
Oh, you're welcome.
And your place is just awesome. I will share these. There's no doubt I had mine. So I'll put these up for people to try. Maybe we can even split
Icing
some in
is
half.
awesome.
Oh,
Oh, this icing is so
he's the
good.
owner. Tell him.
Well, it's my
Great.
my dad. When he started the bakery, that was the recipe he had, and it's probably been the cornerstone of.
Now, I
One of
want
our
to do
success.
one
Sounds
shout
fun.
out to your parents because you told me how long they're going to be married, and there's a magic number here. Tell them how long what their anniversary will be this year, and how.
He'll be married 60 years, January 28th of 2016.
And here's another thing: there's no coincidences, but they were married here.
yeah, their ceremony or the reception.
Reception was here.
Yeah. They got married at St. Valentine, but their reception
At
was
the
here.
Chateau, it was
at
called.
the Chateau, almost 60 years ago, right here.
Wow.
So congratulations to your parents. You want to
Yeah.
shout out to them or any
Hey,
family and
happy
friends?
anniversary, Mom and Dad. 60 years. Congratulations. Thanks to you. we still are all
You're on
together.
Pittsburgh Sportsline. You
Thank
made
you.
it because of that. John, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm going to finish this.
You better. Take another bite. Don't be bashful.
Hi, I'm John Walsh, owner of Bethel Bakery, and we are celebrating our 60th birthday this year. We have plenty of events scheduled for this summer and certainly hope that you can join us for our sweet 60th. Each day, now through August 31st, one lucky customer will win a $60 Bethel Bakery gift card just by registering in the store when a purchase is made. Also daily, our Facebook fans can like and share the photo we post on our wall for a chance to win a $6 Bethel Bakery gift card. We also have a community cookie fundraiser with the proceeds supporting 3 organizations in the community: the Joey Fabus Foundation, the Bethel Park Community Foundation, and the Bethel Park Public Library. Each week we are featuring a throwback and new baked good, and if you were born in 1955, make sure to stop in for a free cupcake. Updates are posted on our website, bethelbakery.com. Bethel Bakery, baking life sweeter since 1955, takes great pleasure in serving all our customers. Stop and visit us as we celebrate 60 years of sweet memories.
My name's Tommy Carpensi. I'm a light heavyweight, 175 pounds, professional boxer.
That's great. How long have you been a boxer?
Professionally,
Well, it's limited there, but I mean, how long have you been
well, I've
boxing?
been for as long as I can remember. My dad's taking us to the gym.
What's your first memory? 2 years old? 3 years old?
Yeah, young as I could think back.
You know what? I'm going to have your dad on here. What was he doing putting you in the ring back then? I can't wait to ask him those questions.
Just
Don't
mitts.
answer.
No contact. No contact.
Ah,
just mitts.
okay. No, that's awesome. And I can't ask you your favorite sport because you already tipped me off.
Yeah. Obviously, boxing for sure.
Obviously.
Yeah.
To you.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to try to ask that again, maybe twist you up.
I'm a big NFL fan too.
Okay. I'm just trying to distract you a little. Like, do you watch Steelers or do you have another favorite team?
No, I watch any team. Yeah. I mean, of course, everybody around here is a Steeler fan.
Yeah, because we drink that Kool-Aid and it's, black and gold's in our blood, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, let's talk boxing. Forget about
Okay.
beating around the bush. When's your next fight?
We're hoping a September fight. I mean,
when
we're ranked in the top 10 in the world now. So of course, every fighter wants an opportunity for a world title.
Yes.
Yeah, but basically, we want to take any recognizable fighter on a national or international stage. We'll take. So we don't have anything in the books, but I stay in the gym, keep myself in good shape, and just.
You have to lose any weight for your fight?
I stay within 10 pounds.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's great.
If I'm off for a few weeks, I'll go maybe 15, but no more than that. Yeah, I keep myself pretty thin. I try to.
No, you always look very lean to me. That's why when you tell me within 10 pounds, I think you're less.
Yeah. A lot of people think I'm lighter, but I walk around, if I'm not training at all, probably about 190 pounds.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was looking you eye to eye, so I think we're pretty
about
close.
6 feet, yeah. You might have me by a little bit.
Just a touch. Whatever the tape says in the ring, nothing's straight in boxing. They tell me it is. I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not going to burst anybody's bubble on it. So.
Yeah.
And your fights have been, you got a lot of power, a lot of skills. You got defensive skills. You're pretty quick.
We try to work on everything and just become, as well-rounded as we can.
Sure.
I don't want to have one particular great thing to rely on all the time. So, we try to punch with both hands consistently.
Right.
It's all basic boxing. Work behind a jab and use your combinations. Mostly try to impose your style on the other fighter. Don't try to adjust to him, make him adjust to you.
Yeah, but how's that work out sometimes? Because I see some frustration in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the last fight that was quite unusual. We're not going to get into much detail on that because that's over with.
Well, we know each other well, and it wasn't our first time around.
Wasn't it like the fourth fight?
It was a third fight.
Third fight, okay.
Well, you guys know Rayco. I'm sure you've had him on here before, Rayco Saunders.
Yeah.
He's a tough professional, and he has a great defense, and he's a veteran,
Well,
so
the amazing thing
it's
about
hard
him,
to get him out of there,
it's the shape he's in and the style he's using. He's 40 years old. He's a vegetarian. I don't know many people that could fight and take a punch or give a punch like he can.
Yeah.
And I saw the gamesmanship in the boxing match, and it was unbelievable. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And it was just something else. So, Smoking Jim, do you got any questions for Tommy?
Yeah,
I mean, that aren't really about community or any racism or anything else that we might bring up.
I got a question. It's amazing that you're a light heavyweight. The Pittsburgh Kid was a light heavyweight, Billy Conn, and both you and Billy Conn are the only two professional champions that I know that never fought an amateur.
Yeah.
Great question. I don't think it was a question. Wasn't that a statement?
Well, you know, because we worked for so long in the gym.
Yeah, since 2
Without
years
fighting,
old.
yeah, without
and
fighting.
diapers.
What happened was actually, we were talking. I was, I don't know, 18 years old when we went to.
No, we'll bring him up. Don't
anyways,
challenge
okay.
anything. Your dad's going to answer to this.
My dad
I'm
was
telling
like,
you.
I said, you know, I think I want to take it seriously, boxing. I was about 18. We always were in a gym. My brothers, me, kids around where we lived, and we entered a tough man contest, not knowing that once you win $1,000, you can't be an amateur fighter.
Wow.
So I go to this tough man contest and win, and I'm like, no big deal. We're going to fight amateur, and they said, no, you can't fight amateur now because you accepted money. So we got stopped.
No, you didn't. Your dad planned this.
Yeah, he might.
Just
have
so
known. He
you
might
know.
have known,
Yeah. I'm smelling something. No, so that's how it happened.
Yeah,
right?
and we
become
took-
a pro at 18.
Well, what happened was after that, we took some time to get better before we turned pro, like maybe a year and a half or two, and we spent in the gym and sparring.
I'm
before
starting to
we
like
turned
your
pro.
dad now.
Yeah, he did give me that opportunity. He
Okay.
just threw me to the wolves altogether, just a little bit.
Okay,
Just a little
right. They were nipping at you.
Yeah, that's all.
I see that now, and you're still smiling about that? Did you guys drive together here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. Now I'm starting to wonder.
He keeps me on edge, you know. He keeps me just right there.
Well, you got to have that attitude in the ring, so I give him credit there. They've had great success. I'm glad you could come out. Any way you'd want people to follow you or get a hold of you? Do you have a
I
page
have
or just
Facebook.
your
Anybody
Facebook?
can get me on Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate you guys
Stay in
having me
shape.
on.
Can't wait to see your
Jim.
next
Appreciate
fight.
you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
You take care. Have a safe trip home.
Al.
How you doing, sir?
Okay.
Tell them your name since I want to get this correct.
Name's Tom Carpensi.
And you're
Senior.
And you're a good man, and I'm just kidding you because I know you're a tough guy.
I'm retired.
Well, I don't believe that. Smoking Jim tells he tells me some stories about being retired too. He's not. But you raised up some nice, strong boys that are all fighters,
Well,
except one I heard. Are they all fighters?
they're all three. They're all.
I'm
three.
trying to test you
They're
here
all
because I
three.
told you I had questions.
Yeah, they're all three. They're all three professional fighters right now.
Now, did the others get a fair chance in life, and they got to be amateurs?
Yes. Jeremiah, the big boy, he had around 20 amateur fights, and
Okay.
Dan, our youngest, he had about 9 or 10 amateur fights.
Okay.
And a couple of times when I just threw him in to help fill up a card on a show once in a while, and he'd just step in and do what he had to do.
I'm not asking any deep questions here. I don't want any more details.
Just to save a boxing show, we would help out.
So in other words, poor Tommy stuck in the middle was stuck in the middle all the time no matter what.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, well we clarified that. But whatever you did, he only remembers boxing his whole life, his first moment. Not even changing his diaper. So I mean that's odd. That
He was an athlete from when he was a baby. He was very bow-legged, but he could move.
okay.
And you know, as a coach, you can see athleticism in a kid from an early age.
Just ask Smoking Jim.
You know,
He sees it everywhere. He's telling me.
well, he's probably telling you the truth.
I don't.
But
Well, some of the time.
he started out, he started out as a football player, and he was
What position?
a quarterback.
Wow.
He was a quarterback, and to be truthful, I thought he was ahead of his time. He was an exceptional option quarterback.
Right.
He was. He used to watch the Nebraska teams in the 90s who won the national championships,
Sure.
Tommy Frazier, Scott Frost, and those guys. And
Always
he
a
could run
Frazier.
he could run an option as good as those guys, and he was
Young.
and I still say he was a Division I quarterback until we decided he wanted to be a fighter.
Thanks for clarifying that. I can't bust your chops anymore. You're an honest man. Now, how long have you been? You said you were a coach. Do you coach other sports?
Yeah, I was in high school. I coached wrestling. I was on wrestling coach, and I was a football coach.
At what school?
At Albert Gallatin High School.
Really?
Albert Gallatin High School.
That is
yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
And what got you into boxing then?
Well,
Or did you box?
Yeah, I did some amateur fighting, and
I was guessing that.
Back in the day, when you went to high school, if you wanted to play football, in the winter, you either had to play basketball or you had to wrestle.
Yeah.
In the spring, you either had to play baseball or you had to run track.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
that's
sir.
what we did. So anyway, in the summertime when we had time off, there was a boxing gym in Uniontown, which is about 10 or 12 miles from where we were, and me and some of the boys would hitchhike in there
Yeah.
and would box. You know.
What'd your
So-
parents say? They didn't know.
Well, it was a coal mining patch, and most of the time the guys were working or sleeping.
Okay.
You know, and we're playing ball.
You
all
are an
day.
honest man.
You know,
You know that. I
yeah.
respect that. Notice I asked a direct question.
But anyway, when I was teaching at an early age, you had to have. My principal informed me that you had to have a club. You had to sponsor
Oh, okay.
a club. So
Carpensi Club, come right up.
no, I was a history teacher, but somebody already had a history club. So I didn't know what to think. So I knew boxing, so I suggested a boxing club, and the principal, who happened to be a former boxer, was all for it. So that's how everything got started, and there's the result over there.
One of them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and while I looked over, I want special thanks to my wife and Tommy's wife, because they
You
really
want to say their names on TV?
Christy and Andrea.
And plus on the drive here.
We owe them a lot, because they put up with a lot.
And they still do.
Including fights at the dinner table. So,
Well, hopefully all the knives and forks are put away, and maybe mashed potatoes, you can sling them a little. But I'd love to talk to you about history, because I'm a huge reader of history.
okay.
So we'll have to do that, and I won't keep busting your chops here about diapers and kids. But I respect what you do. I see the results with your sons. Tommy, is just a great fighter, and I wish you well in the future.
Thanks a lot.
And good luck to you in everything you do. And
Thank
thanks for coming out to put up with this.
Hey, I'm glad. We're glad to be here.
Just don't hit me. I don't know if my chin's as strong as the Carpensi chins.
Yeah, I'm sure you got one.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
definitely.
Okay,
Take care.
thanks a lot.
Have a safe trip home.
Great job,
Thank you.
sir.
All right.
Now, I noticed that one of our friends, a photographer, he does CrossFit and everything else.
Yep.
Somehow he's taking photos of you.
He's killing
And
it.
he's one of the greatest photographers in the area,
He
Chris
really
Nolan.
is. Chris is an absolutely amazing photographer. He doesn't really do too much of the photos that I do. So for me and him to work with each other and mix it up a little bit, it's given him a little bit of practice. It's given me some more. So I mean,
The price got to be right then.
yeah, everything's coming out really, really good. I can't complain about one picture. Everything is just
since
good.
the last time, your career is going even further, because you're a newbie to all this.
Yeah.
So
It's-
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Then I heard you may be a ring card girl again in the near future.
Yeah.
Tell him the date, because he'll put it on the back of his photo in the shrine.
August 29th.
Don't ask her where.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where it's going to be at yet, but it's for Pinnacle, so
Well, I'll tell
We'll
you
be
where it's
there.
going to be. Do you want to
is
know
that?
where it's going to be?
let's take a guess.
All right, South Point.
That's
The
what
Isoplex.
I was going to guess that, yeah.
I figured I'd help you out. This is what I do here. If I ask a
So
question, I
sweet.
have to know the answer.
Such a sweetheart.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Any way that they could get a hold of you?
Facebook,
Okay.
it's Amanda Dawn Lang, DAWN. Make sure that's
He didn't
that's
know.
known.
He's writing it down now.
That my Instagram is Amanda Dawn 22, so you can get a hold of me there. Other than that, Facebook is usually where I do most of my stuff.
Okay. And that's how he found you again for coming out to the show.
Of course.
So it's amazing. I'm amazed. Well, we'll see you on the 29th.
You'll see me on the 29th.
Definitely in the cage, or maybe outside the cage walking around there.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Switch it up a bit.
Okay. Well, good luck in your continuing career.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time out and coming here.
Always.
We appreciate it. And he can thank you for the photo that he got. Thank you.
You're welcome, Jim.
Take care.
Great job, Amanda.
Skeets, we already know who you are. Thanks for sponsoring our What's on Your Mind. I'm not asking you what's on your mind, because you always got all kind of things from, we're not going to mention it. Let's talk sports with you.
Well, let's talk about you missed donuts today. Bethel Bakery donuts.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
This morning you
Here.
did. It was a fire cookie.
You didn't miss that.
I'll have that tomorrow
Okay.
with coffee.
No, I would have liked to have made it, but I got to watch my figure. I knew we'd have some Bethel Bakery eats
Yeah,
here.
it was
So
good. Worked out
tell
good.
the boys I'll be back again.
Monday.
Yeah,
See you down
Monday's
here
when-
Monday.
yeah, next Monday I'll have to stop by.
Right.
Now we got to talk about this resume. Not only are you doing 6, 7 things in boxing, from in the ring, outside the ring, judging, timekeeper, everything.
Referee, corner
Referee,
man,
corner man, cut man, bucket man.
ring announcing. I think ring announcing.
Yeah, ring announcing. Then he gave us some good comments. I usually do the color. He does the play-by-play. You even did some color and
Yeah,
took my
that's for
place.
sure. Yeah, I remember that.
Now, what's this other couple other
Well,
sports that you
I
have?
got a notebook out in the car. I got to go get it. It's about 120 page long.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's
You know
gonna be
what?
a long night.
I'll put
Hunker
it
down
in
for
here.
this one.
You better get down
Yeah.
to what
No, I
other.
was just-
Name another sport, please.
I played football when I was a boy. I played for the Finleyville Flames. Back in '75, we was undefeated, untied, and unscored upon.
in
In
Finleyville.
Finleyville, our Pee Wee football
I
team.
didn't know they
man,
played
back-
no football in Finley.
Yeah, well, now they call it the Union Finley Bears now. But back in my day, it was Finleyville Flames. Then I was on Monongahela All-Star team with the great Harry Sickles was our manager. He named me on his, in 1979, he named me on his baseball All-Star team. Harry Sickles took Monongahela in 1954 and won the Pony League World Series. You know that?
Wow, I didn't know.
I
Yeah.
did. You told me that.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it's on the internet. You can check that out. Harry Sickles, yeah.
He did. And one more thing, I got to announce again. If somebody missed it, with all the Golden Gloves boxing, he has the fastest knockout, 13 seconds.
Wow.
And the video was up. I couldn't share it. It wouldn't let me share it.
Oh, no?
So yeah, I
Okay.
got to try to download it again because I wanted to post it after you did. 13-second knockout. It's actually a 2-minute video, but there's only 13 seconds that he knocked the guy out.
All the name
I wasn't on
announcing,
the phone.
ring announcing, yeah. But no, think all the
ahead.
great fighters like Galley, Frazier, Foreman,
The real Frazier.
Leonard, yeah. They all fought the
Down goes
gloves.
Frazier.
Tommy Frazier.
Nah, there you go. No, that's awesome there, and
Yeah,
I just
that is.
distracted
Thanks,
you.
man. Thank you.
Because I want that out there, and we'll get the video
Yeah.
again. Maybe you can send it to me by email, and then I could post
Oh, I
it.
could do it. Yeah, that was in 1989. I weighed, it was in 165-pound weight class. Yeah, I
Wow.
knocked the kid out in 13 seconds. We're actually like 3 seconds and
Yeah.
10 seconds to count them out. It was.
Well, that's my point to it.
Yeah.
If you have 13 seconds,
yeah.
it was
That's
bam,
how-
that right took him right out.
that's how-
That's why I had to interrupt your resume.
Yeah.
Because I looked at that again, and I go, there's something wrong here. That was the first punch.
Wow, it just don't seem right happened to me to have that kind of record.
Yes, it does. Your parents brought you up like that.
Oh, okay.
Shout
Yeah,
out
they
to your
did.
parents.
Yeah, Butch and Linda, thank you. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support. And
Now
all the
tell
love.
me about baseball, because you were a baseball
Oh, boy,
star
I used
too.
I loved baseball when I was a boy. That was my favorite sport.
Put
yeah.
this in your pocket.
Pitcher, third baseman, catcher. I played all the positions actually in baseball.
What was your favorite?
Pitching and catching.
At the same time,
Well-
Finleyville was short a couple players.
Yeah, hey, man, I was quick back in the day.
Well, you know Satchel Paige.
Yes.
Okay, he would tell 8 players, well, except the catcher. He didn't try to catch. He'd tell them all sit down.
Really?
Yeah, you guys. I gave you that Black History book.
I read some
You
of it.
always talk about Black History Month. I gave you the
I
book.
read some of it.
You read 39 pages.
17.
Oh, was it 17? I was trying to get. Satchel Paige told them all sit down,
Yeah.
and he'd strike out the side.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So you could have probably done the same thing.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
And that, how long did you play
Oh,
baseball?
I played all the way up till I was about 18 years old. I went through the Pony League and the Colt League.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I wrestled.
Same with me. I did that, but I didn't wrestle.
I
One
wrestled
year
in
I
high
wrestled.
school.
So tell me, what
What
happened
age?
at Finleyville High School?
Ringgold. That was
Oh,
Ringgold.
Ringgold.
Yeah, it's Ringgold.
You were with Joe Montana back then.
He was before me. Yeah, I'm not that old.
Oh,
I'm old, but I ain't that old. Yeah. Then,
I know I'm skipping around. See, I looked at
Oh,
your
then
resume.
in, 2001, me and my dad start racing cars on a dirt track.
Now you got Zach Brenner's
Well,
interest.
Zach, we're going to get him running the car. Actually, we got a guy looking for a car right now, so probably within a month.
Because at the
He'll be up there.
Motordrome, we're going to have a Brenner, Sports Line, Skeet Station,
Oh, man,
race
that'll
car.
be the
Imagine
shit,
that,
yeah.
folks. If you think we promote anything, BC,
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh Sports Line, Jim Frazier, Skeets, Zach.
Then on Saturdays, we're going to run the dirt track. We're going to get a dirt car and start driving a race car again.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a nephew who's about 14-year-old. He'll be running in the young gun class. And maybe get my daughters, Jessica and Lisa. They want to be in the car too. So let them practice and see what it's about. It's an adrenaline rush. Get behind that steering wheel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You should drive with him. It's really an
Oh, I
adrenaline
can
rush.
imagine that. Yeah.
Where are we going? Skeets, you've been a
Put your
great
seatbelt on.
you've been a great guest.
Thank
you
you.
enjoy that Bucko
Yeah.
Bethel Bakery cookie.
I will, definitely. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Okay, my name is Nicole Berry, and I am one of the co-founders and president of Future Stars Athletics.
Okay. And Mark's one of your coaches?
Mark is our fabulous hurdle coach. Yes, he is.
Well, he's legendary, so you can just call it how it is. No, he's a great guy, and I'm honored to have your team. I did something Smokin' Jim does. I trolled Facebook for good people that are winners.
Okay.
No, he doesn't do that. I mean, he gets models. What am I saying here? I'm all sugared up. He goes and gets models. I get athletes. And you look like a model, so I'm beating him to the punch here. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
How did you found this, and when did you found this team?
The organization was founded in 2005, and basically...
What inspired you to do that?
Well, I was a track athlete myself.
No way. For
Yes.
who?
I ran at Westinghouse High School, and then I got a scholarship at Robert Morris College, and I ran there.
That's
my
great.
major is sport management, and so I wanted to find a way to, you know, give kids the opportunity that I
Like
had.
give back to the community,
Exactly.
give them the opportunities, not to put words in your mouth. But, oh, I just did that.
Yes, exactly. You're right. Uh-huh.
All right. Well,
Right.
thanks for agreeing. But that's fantastic that you started this. So you've been doing this since '05.
Right, since 05, yes.
And how many girls have participated and boys? Do you know? Just like rough numbers,
my
because I know
goodness.
it could be dozens or 100 or more.
Hundreds, I can't say.
Because I just want the number out there, because a lot of people do great things like you guys, but they don't realize how it affects the community. You're helping a lot of children that didn't have a chance or an outlet to do this.
Right,
So that's
correct.
why you're here.
Correct. We had about 63 kids on our roster this year, but every year we average about between 60 to 70 athletes since we've been
Well, you
in
know, you're
existence.
talking just with rough math about 700.
That's a lot of kids. That's about
Just so
right.
you know.
Uh-huh.
And what communities? Is it certain communities?
Well,
or?
we started in the inner city, so we serviced the East Liberty area, Homewood, Garfield, Larimer area, all the kids within the city. And then as we grew, we started to attract other people in
Would they
different
solicit
counties.
you and say, what about my kid?
Exactly. They would see us attract me, so we got athletes from the Aliquippa area, Beaver County.
You know what? That's a lot further from the city.
Right, but they drove in to our practice. Yes, they did. Uh-huh.
Well, how do they get a hold of you guys? Because, you know, this is going out on YouTube. It's on Verizon 32 every week. Yeah. You know, so
Through our website, Future Stars Athletics.
tell them slow, because I'm getting old and I don't hear that well.
It's fsathletics@yahoo.com.
You got to do that one
That's,
again.
that's our email, but the
Okay, do the website.
if
You don't have to say www, because these kids laugh at me when I say, what are you saying, www?
Yeah.
It's just a website. Go ahead.
It's FSA.
No, and what's that, backslash or front slash?
I know.
We're not doing that, ladies, but we'll get to you in a minute.
FSAathletics.com. FSathletics.com.
Okay, FSathletics.com.
Or
I
they
got to
can-
be able to say it because
I
if I'm
know,
helping
right?
you. And anytime you have events coming up, if you get me a flyer somehow or send something to me, we'd like to at least spotlight you when we do different promotions on our show.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll let you know.
Definitely. So that'll be part of it. Mark, I know you're a man of few words, and sometimes these kids, they can't believe the coach is making them do all these things.
Right.
So,
Well, they don't like me. So
okay. He's an honest man,
they
Smoking
understand.
Jim. This is
Right.
refreshing.
Well, my daughter, she's the ringleader. That's Amber over here.
Now, then you better introduce these girls right now. Tell me what's...
Well, I like them to introduce themselves. That's right.
Hold it. We got to get this mic out so we can... I don't know if we'll make it to them. Are you sure we got... All right, since your dad didn't want to introduce you. Amber,
Okay, I'm okay.
what is your name?
I'm Amber, and I do the 100 hurdles, and I'm in the
What was your
13th.
time when you won?
15:82. That was
That's
yeah,
moving.
okay.
That's moving. Now tell them, I usually don't ask ladies their age. Can you tell us what your age is?
13.
13. Congratulations.
Thank
And where are you going after this for your next race?
We're going to Florida next week. Next week on Monday. And Jacksonville.
Okay, I'm glad we could get assist from everybody. Pass that mic to the young lady behind me. Can they see her, or what's your name?
Denasia King.
I can't hear you.
Denasia King.
What event?
The 80-meter hurdles.
I assume you won, and what is your time?
1360.
Did you say 1360?
Yes.
That is great.
But she has a chance to winning the nationals.
Wow.
She really does have a chance.
Tell them your name again so we can hear.
Denasia King.
Denasia?
Kane, yes.
Kane.
You
I heard.
That's correct.
Well, congratulations and good luck to you. Who's the next young lady?
Nyasia.
Oh. We've never had them strangle a talking machine. They're doing it. Your name, please.
Nyasia Benton.
Speak up, because I could barely hear.
Nyasia Benton.
Nyasia.
Benton.
Beautiful name.
Thank
How
you.
fast are you, and what do you run?
The 80-meter hurdles.
You don't have all the flowers in your hair when you're running, though, do you? No.
No.
You do hurdles.
Yeah.
You're not even that tall. How do you get over those hurdles?
Jump over.
No, fast. You're supposed to say fast. I'm trying to guide you. There's no jumping between that. You're a sprinter, I could tell. Right?
Yeah.
You ready to win the next one?
Mhm.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ladies, thanks for coming on our show.
Welcome.
Hand that mic back to Nicole. You any last words you want to say?
Just to ask for everybody's support for the track team. We're headed to the Junior Olympic Nationals at Jacksonville, Florida. These three ladies are a small representation of our larger group. We have 35 athletes that qualified.
What?
35 athletes, right? And we have some athletes that broke a couple of records. They're practicing, so that's why they're not here. But we expect to go to Jacksonville, Florida, and put Pittsburgh on the map as we always do. We compete well with those southern states, so they know who we are. So
Will you please come back?
We will.
After you win everything. Or at least
will.
something.
Thanks for having us.
And they can come back again, okay? For
Okay.
sure. They were great guests. And good luck to you. And thanks for not arguing with your dad. I appreciate it. So, it's all good. Mark, thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
My hero.
It
Thank
was
you.
a
Thank you for
pleasure.
having us.
So we're going to make Brian wait, and we're going to bring Matt, the voice of South Park BMX out. Now, this will be one of your shortest visits on our show.
Oh, yep. All right.
Because we're going to focus on the owner after
I
that.
got to focus on our track director who I brought with me here today. I'll give a quick recap. A couple weeks ago, we had the Stars and Stripes Nationals at South Park BMX, a huge turnout, and yes, the voice got to announce some of the Friday pre-race, of course. But
and I'm just going to let him roll.
he's just going to let me go.
Yeah,
do
go
my
ahead,
thing.
because
Okay.
you'll do that for about a minute and a half, and then I can just, okay, hit that period, and we'll be on.
But yeah, we had a real good turnout. It was his first year as track director running the national. I'm gonna let him talk about how much that.
All right, don't steal his
I'm not
thunder.
gonna steal
He
his thunder. His storms are coming in on it with him, so he's gonna.
Now, how many were there?
We had a total of, on Saturday, we had 201 motos. We did have a lot of riders from all over the place coming, but we didn't have a large turnout of pro riders due to the fact of a lot of people getting ready for the World Championships going on in Belgium right now as we speak, as well as the Pan Am Games, which took place in Toronto last weekend. So we still had a pretty good turnout, a lot of fun.
You had told me that there were more people in the audience than
We had a lot more spectators this year. I had to park all the way down by the golf course and ride my bike in. That's how many people we had come out. So, hopefully that leads to a lot more riders come out to South Park BMX to...
I think good karma from Pittsburgh Sportsline helped
I think
boosted
it
that
might
up.
have been, But now leading up, we got the next big event coming up for South Park is the state championship, August 23rd at South Park BMX. Pittsburgh
What time?
Sportsline is,
What time?
Registration, 10 to 11? 11, something like that. 10 to 11, racing around
You
noon,
guys
1
are
o'clock.
strong.
But Pittsburgh Sportsline always invited out to come out, especially
Thank
the
you.
state championship. It's going to be everybody from all over state coming to compete.
That is
And,
great.
Of course, I'll be on the microphone doing my thing, as well as racing, competing for a state title in cruiser class.
Really?
Yes.
Congratulations and good luck. That sounds great.
But,
All right, we got your stuff.
We got the track director, the
Where's
new track
this
director of
director
South Park
at?
BMX, Mr. Brian Miller, coming up.
Brian,
Yes.
welcome to our show. I've asked Matt to
for
bring you
having
out before. I've been out there a couple times, so it's just great. Now you're the director of the
I'm
track?
the track operator. We're a volunteer-based
organization, right.
We're was it 501c3?
501c3,
nonprofit,
correct.
There's 12 of us on the board. Like I said, we're all volunteers.
You must be a good politician then.
Not bad.
He's a
I see
winner.
a little bit.
Anytime you get more than 2 or 3 people,
That's right.
that's why I say that. So I understand that.
Yeah.
So that is really great. You guys do a lot of great things.
Yes, it's-
We've had, because of Matt and Zach's connection to Matt, since they grew up in the same neighborhood, in the same house, the same, whatever. So, we appreciate that. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from the city, Mount Oliver. believe
No
it or not.
way.
Yes.
And you live in South Park now?
I live in Jefferson Hills.
That's close.
Yes, yeah, very close.
What got you into this? That's
My
why
son. He's
Okay.
8 years old. It's our 4th year in the sport. And like I said, we live about 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
He just really took to it, and he's very passionate about it.
And now you are.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Just it's my chance to give back, and
It's a great way to do
It's
it.
very gratifying. It's a lot of work.
Sure.
We've been
'Cause you're a
successful-
volunteer.
Right. We're volunteer. We've had multiple fundraisers. We've raised $6,000 at a spaghetti dinner.
I was at that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wasn't that
definitely.
great? 300 people.
It was crowded. That was your first
yeah,
one.
That was first one. Then we had a lottery, a $10 ticket, and we made $6,000 off that. We helped Slide the City a couple weeks, about a month ago.
Yeah.
We made $12,980 some dollars
Wow.
supporting
Great.
that event. So.
So now you built a better booth for the voice there to
yeah,
talk.
we got him all straightened up. Yeah,
He needed that.
The leaning
Zach Brenner
tire
and I
was
were
leaning,
there,
yeah.
and that was a little
Yeah.
shaky when the wind was not blowing.
Yeah. We purchased 32 new GE Sport lights.
I can't wait
8
to
new
come back and
poles.
see it then.
Yeah, and then we're in the process of getting some new blacktop turns done. But so yeah, it's been.
Anytime you have a fundraiser, come
Yeah,
back.
definitely.
Bring a flyer. I
Okay.
told Matt we need show and tell.
For
He goes,
sure.
when we get something, we'll do that.
For sure.
No, this is just great.
Yeah, it's good stuff, and like I said, it's all about the kids. So
Definitely.
it's-
No, we
it's
appreciate that. We've seen it. Smoking Jim, you haven't been out there yet.
Not yet.
Gotta
I
get
can't
out
wait.
there, man.
I
Get 'em
can't
on a
wait to
bike.
come. Yeah.
Huh?
No. Brian, don't get too crazy. If we get them out there.
We got helmets. We'll be all right.
What happens if a body just encompasses the whole bike and it doesn't come out alive?
But real quick to
Go ahead.
the national event.
Yes,
2 to
that's
3
what I wanna get to.
3,000 spectators. The county estimates it brings about $2 million into the county between hoteling, restaurants.
Sure,
whatnot.
business dollars
Matt,
in the area.
had said, we have some of the Olympians, and that's one of the coolest things with this sport and the professionals. I mean, they're approachable. At that event, you could actually walk up to an Olympic rider.
Sure.
He'll take the time to talk. You get autographs. It's not like other
The only
sports where
thing I know
it's
that's
kinda off
similar
limits. Yeah.
is unicycles.
Yeah.
I did a Flatlander event out at Seneca Valley. They
Yeah.
had international stars and everything. I got to interview them and do that.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So it's
they're
different to
approachable,
have,
right.
and they're great
it's-
athletes.
Exactly.
Just like your kids here.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Definitely.
So, but
and
yeah,
how's your son doing in the sport?
Good, excellent. He's ranked 7th in the country this year in cruiser. And
can you at least shout out to him? I mean, you're on the
my
show,
son Braden.
Brian. Come on.
I love you very much. That's why I do this. Do what I do for you and the kids. And
any other kids that you have? Or?
Just one, and he's spoiled. But we compete nationally. We travel all over the country. 13 nationals last year, including Chula Vista, California. We spend Thanksgiving every year in Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Grands. It's the big race where East Coast, West Coast comes together. Louisville, Florida, Michigan. I mean, we travel all over, so we just love it. It's a great sport, great people.
Well, I like passionate people, and I like helping good people, and you sort of fit that mold.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely.
And then being it's an Olympic sport, too, since 2008 has really brought some more attention to it. It seems to
sure, because now you can get the Olympics.
Refueled. Right, yeah. And some of the schools now have some scholarship programs, too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's
There's
something
actually
that's
scholarship
new.
money now?
Yes, yep.
Wow. Anything locally that you know of? Or?
We have a female rider, Samantha Miller, had qualified. I think it's either maybe Clarion or somewhere.
Okay.
She had got some.
That's in. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So
yep.
Thanks for bringing that up.
So.
And what events coming up now?
So we have our state championship coming up. So it's as a rider to be ranked in the state of Pennsylvania, you have to do 4 qualifying races, and then the actual championship is going to be held at our track.
How'd you get that honor?
We did a membership drive. It's based off rider registration. So last year, at the end of the year, we did a membership drive, and we were able to beat out a track that's up in Clark Summit, PA, who's hosted it for the last 8 years. So just
congratulations!
Yeah, exactly.
That's hard work.
Yeah, so
definitely. Well, how many members do you have now? Roughly.
Roughly 100 families.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
No, I just wondered for my own, not
about
competitive things.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to compete with them. I just want to know what a number is.
Yeah, we average.
Keep that number quiet.
Roughly like 100 some riders on Wednesday nights is our race night.
Okay.
And about 25 motos. So, but yeah.
That is fantastic. Anyway, how do they get a hold of you or the track?
We're on Facebook, South Park.
I've liked
BMX.
it.
On Facebook. We also have South Park BMX.net website has all the information, calendar, upcoming.
So anybody
events.
interested can just go there.
Yes. And
any phone numbers or anything?
Yeah, my phone number is listed as well on the site.
You want to say
412-720-1900.
Say
Brian
your
Miller,
name. Yeah. Say your name and a number again.
We also have loaner bikes, helmets. So if your kids are interested in coming out and giving
get a taste
try,
of it,
we can support that and get them on the right bike and help them out. So,
Brian, thank you very much. It's been
Thanks
a
for having
pleasure,
me, guys. Yeah, appreciate
Glad
it.
you could make it.
Nice to
Good
meet
luck
you.
in the future.
Thank you.
Speaking of your battling buckos, talking machine.
This is all expected.
They recently traveled to Milwaukee and dropped three straight losses out the gate.
Don't they play down to the competition like our famous Steelers?
3 straight losses right out the gate. Smoking Jim coming back from the All-Star break. It is 4-1 right now, but there's a guy on third for Kansas City, so they're trying to give it back. Smoking Jim.
That bucko cookie was sweet.
But apparently, according to Chip and Al Levine, we should have no fear and we shouldn't worry about the struggles. What I'm most worried about, Smoking Jim, is how lack of toughness. As far as last night, a player from Kansas City slid in to Mercer, and now Mercer's out for 6 weeks now. No retaliation, no kind of consequence or anything like that for Milwaukee. So now we're out a guy for 6 weeks and we didn't retaliate or do anything. Well, that's not how we do things in Pittsburgh.
That's
so
right.
I don't know what's going on with your
Maybe
man
you have
Clint.
to talk to Hurdle. He's
That's
all
right.
about positive stuff. He's positive about this.
Well, I mean, I'm positive too, Smoking Jim, but when you lose a player because of a ticky-tacky slide.
No, it wasn't ticky-tacky. It was so obvious he was out to hurt the player.
Wow.
It was that egregious, Smoking Jim. Look that up, and don't look up. You won't find it.
And would you, Al Levine, would you have had any fault if Neil Walker would have immediately took exception to that? Because Smoking Jim, I don't know if you know too much about baseball, but the shortstop and the second baseman are supposed to be inseparable. They got to be on the same page. And for Neil Walker to really not take too much exception to that is kind of I don't know what's going on with these buckos, Smoking Jim.
Yeah, but that's how they've been in the Clint Hurdle era.
but I don't know if a wild card, it could all go unraveled. And you know, we could go back a couple years out of it.
Yes,
but
man.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think what keeps Chip and Levain's dream alive is the pitching staff right now. As long as they continue to have these arms, Smoking Jim, I think they could endure some of the injuries. You know, that they're
well, that's part of it, but you actually need some offense. So, and they haven't had much offense. They went back that way, right? So that's a problem. My problem: injuries come and go. They got players down there they can bring up. There are some young players. They played over half a year down in the minors. They can come up. You'll start to see some. They brought one guy up, forget his name, Dap something or other. So there'll be a few others that'll come up. When they can expand the roster, that helps. All they got to do, they still have the second best record in baseball. They're in the wrong division. That happens in life, so they're still alive.
Do you think they're going to stay pat at the trade deadline?
I don't know. I think they may have to get another bat. They need that. And Pedro, you're in trouble with keeping him. You're in trouble with getting rid of him. He's an albatross, which is not good. So that's a problem there. Because you can't have a guy that he's making so many errors. Normally, the errors are close, like when you're bad. His errors are 7 and 8 more than the worst one after him, which that means you're not playing very well. You're costing us a game or two. So, and that's your MVP that you loved a couple years ago. So,
I like him.
You still like him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what's in 5 days, Smoking Jim?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you guys are so remiss. How about happy birthday, Dan Rooney, who started the Steeler Nation and started the winning tradition once he got in charge. Or you guys would still be talking about SOS, same old Steelers.
Well, tomorrow I got a meeting with Roger Goodell, so hopefully I won't choke him to death. So pray for me.
Why would you even meet with Roger Goodell? I got to know why these meetings are coming about.
I got a lot on my mind, brother. He's gonna hear about it.
I can't even believe it. How do you even do this? We don't even know who you are. How could the NFL have you in there with Roger Goodell? Unless you're doing some gambling or
Believe
something.
me, there may be some furniture moving tomorrow, brother. Watch the news.
What'd you get a new job for 2 men in a truck? My son worked there. I understand that. You can move furniture. I still don't know. Hey, Zach, you know we have a mystery here. We don't even know if that's his real name. We don't know what year he was born.
I'll tell you what.
Nobody has seen anything at Gateway.
We've traveled and we can't find one source, let alone 2. I don't know what we would do for 3.
He got no source.
I know. You don't exist, brother. I don't know. You're a mystery man.
How does this even happen? You know, we got 2 minutes left. We can't solve this.
Nope.
He's like my brother from another mother that I don't even know who the mother would be and who he is.
Or your angel.
My angel.
Guardian angel. Yeah.
I'm your guardian angel.
You're
my guardian angel.
What's on his mind sounds like a Frank Walker Law commercial ad on Whammo.
No, he is listening to other sources. He doesn't have 2. He just has 1. And it's all rhetoric that they call that. And some of it's made up. That's why Fiction and Fact, watch them Tuesday night. Watch Zach Brenner tomorrow night if you can, or whenever a Tuesday night show's on. You'll hear more of this. And I got to get to the bottom of this with the NFL and Smoking Jim. I still have not seen him with the Steelers, and he claims friends with the coaches, and then he bum raps all of them. Could you at least wish Dan Rooney happy birthday? Because I know you talked to him.
Happy birthday, Mr.
No, I mean, not here.
Oh, I didn't know it was his birthday.
When's your birthday?
Well,
What's the 17th?
Tomorrow I'll get my birthday present when I get to Roger Goodell. I can't wait. Been waiting for this for a long time.
I'm going to ask one serious question, and I know I won't get the answer. Why are you even meeting with Roger Goodell?
Because I got a lot on my mind.
Who are you that you can meet with Roger Goodell? Because I got even more on my mind.
I might have to take you to the meeting with him one day.
All right, call me up. That I want to go to.
One day.
That'd be a wise move.
We're almost all out of time. Zach, we solved nothing here. Thanks for coming on. I'm glad you got time out of your busy day. And thanks for the short. Look at these. Where's Bill Boyce? Where's Bill Boyce? Get these photos here.
And a big hand for Bill Boyce, the greatest cookout I ever went to yesterday. Food was great. Pittsburgh Sports Line Cookout.
All the working class people, man, were working.
That's 2. You could have come by any time. He was still open till midnight. He was serving like crazy. He had 10 steaks, 18 chickens. I couldn't eat anymore, and that was early.